So as promised, I am back with another video, and it's Wednesday. It's Wellness Wednesday at that. So welcome back, friends. Let's continue on with the conversation that I was telling you about how it felt to get to my dream weight, my goal weight. What was all that about? Getting to 145 pounds was a goal of mine for years. I can't even count how many years I dreamt about getting to this weight. And so as I talked about in the last video, once I found out about this self-diagnosis of, oh my God, Google basically told me to have an eating disorder, binge eating disorder. Okay, well, what am I going to do about it? I'm just going to stop it. And again, like I said in the last video, it doesn't work like that. I just thought I had to get healthier. I just thought I had to eat cleaner. I just thought I had to have more willpower. Just make it through. Don't binge again. Don't do it again. Just do what's right. Be healthy. What's wrong with you? Yeah, it was a big piece that was missing there, and it was allowance and still restricting physically and mentally, as I stated in the last video. And so now, after this 21-day cleanse, I'm eating whole foods plant-based, and I'm at 145. I went and bought new clothes. I went shopping. I went, and it was so exciting to go and try on things that really didn't look, I wouldn't say it didn't look good on me, but it looked different on me now, like different clothing that looked good on me and my body now. I felt so confident. But here's the thing. That's why I always tell people, even nowadays, that the number on the scale is not your goal. Your peace of mind and your overall health and your strength and vitality as a human being should be your goal, not a number. Because when I reached 145 pounds, inside, I was still a wreck. In order for me to stay that way, I had to continue to eat the way that I was eating, which was not sustainable for me personally. To not have any oil in my food. Oh my God, what am I gonna do when I eat out? There's oil. Like, what? Like, okay. To not ever have any refined sugar ever again. Oh, God forbid. Oh my God. Like, it's not realistic. It's not realistic. But I wanted to hold myself to that standard, and I wanted to make the noble choice of eating super clean, whole foods, plant-based, nothing bad in my food. And I knew that if I ate that way, I could stay looking like this forever. I just have to figure out how to eat this way for the rest of my life and work out 5 times a week, and I'll be fine. Such a restrictive mindset. It's so much that I have to do and maintain just to stay at that number. That should have told me something. Perhaps that wasn't the number that I was supposed to be at in the first place. I'll tell you something right now. I'm not 145 pounds, and I look doggone good, okay? So there's that. So I felt when I got to that weight, I felt empowered. I felt confident. I felt like, oh, I look good, and I can go buy these clothes, and I can do all of that. Yes, all of those feelings were there. But what started to happen next is why I wanted to share this with you about how that number means nothing. I never stopped restricting. Even when I started to nourish my body properly with whole foods, plant-based, and eat an abundance of it, mentally, I never stopped restricting. Because in my mind, I can't have that. I shouldn't eat that, or I'm gonna go back to the weight I was in. I was always in a fearful state when it came to my health and wellness. Because if I slipped up and ate the wrong thing, oh my gosh, God forbid, I'm gonna gain all that weight back. And I would beat myself up. I would be guilting myself, and I would be ashamed. And as a result, over time, I think I kept on with the whole foods plant-based for about a month. And then over time, I started to naturally crave other foods. Foods that were a bit more processed. foods that did have maybe refined sugar in it and maybe did have plant-based vegan butters in it or whatever it was, I started to crave those things. Is that bad? Absolutely not. It's called being human. It's called having taste buds. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a piece of broccoli. There's nothing wrong with having a cupcake. There's nothing wrong with it. When you start to demonize food and look at the differences in, if you look at the differences in the nutritional value, that's the fact. Yes, the cupcake is going to give you a lot of carbs and sugar and maybe some energy, and oh my gosh, it's going to taste amazing. Is it the most nutritionally high food you want to live on for the rest of your life? Probably not, because you won't feel good. Doesn't mean it's bad. The broccoli, is this the noble goal? Is this the perfect goal? Is this, oh my gosh, I'm just going to eat raw vegetables and fruit for the rest of my life and everything will be great? And does this have more nutrition than the cupcake? Does this have everything you need as a human being? It has more nutrition and certain components, sure. But does it taste as good as a cupcake? Hell no. You see what I'm saying? It's the mindset of restriction is what I'm getting at. And that's what I had back in 2013, 14, when I finally reached my goal weight, the number on the scale. Inside, I was suffering. Inside, I had body dysmorphia like a mug. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm still that little fat kid from when I was a teenager. I wasn't happy is what I'm trying to say. I got to my dream and goal weight and I wasn't happy. Temporarily, yes. Overall, and eventually, no. Because I never processed and went deep into why that number was so important to me in the first place. I never stopped restricting. I didn't fully allow myself to just enjoy food in a balanced and sustainable way. No. I created a lifestyle and I said, I have to stick to this so I can continue to look like this. And as a result, I'm going to do all the other things that I know I'm supposed to do when I'm healthy and like work out and drink enough water, which makes sense. Yeah, if you want to be healthy, of course you want to work out. Of course you want to drink enough water, get enough rest, all the things. There's nothing wrong with that. But check your mindset. I wish I would have had someone tell me these things that I'm sharing with you right now. I wish I would have had that. So, you see how I get fired up about this stuff? I mean, I love sharing my story with you guys, but it's just so crazy to think back at it like, man, my mindset was really jacked up. Like, I was out here tripping. Get on that scale, oh my God, 145. And secretly binging because I feel guilt and shamefulness because I ate the wrong thing, or my body just naturally wants that and I feel bad because I want a cupcake. Vegan or not. So I feel like I just got something off my chest with that. My goodness. All right. I'll wrap up this video and I'll see you guys next week. We're going to continue to talk about my story. I'm going to continue to share with you leading up to present day. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's juicy, isn't it? It's pretty long, but that's why I made this series, because I wanted you guys to come on a journey with me from when I was a child all the way up to right now in 2022. Yeah. Oh man, it was good talking to you, friend, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.